que yo me iba a morir.
Cleaning out the fridge means we get a breakfast of champions.
No iba a ser feliz. No iba a ser feliz.
Today we're taking a road trip to the opposite side of the island. So we figured we'd take the chance to give you guys a first-hand look at transportation in the Dominican Republic. We are walking out of our community now, hoping to catch a ride to the bus stop in the nearest town over.
So here we are in front of our host mom's house, Jackie. It's sort of the unofficial bus stop. So if you're trying to hitch a ride out of town, you just congregate here and wait until someone passes by, flag them down, and hop on.
I forgot my phone and my wallet. Gotta run back to the house real quick.
Pa Dubai, pa tener 12 mujeres. Yo le pregunté a Danilo que porque aquí no se puede.
You guys picked a good morning to follow along. It's been an even more eventful travel morning than usual so far.
Yep, so after hitching a ride out of our compo to the nearest intersection where we were hoping to catch the bus, we found out that the buses were not running because there were huelgas or strikes. It's pretty common in our region right now for there to be strikes to try to get 24-hour electricity. Also, if the gas prices are too high, they'll strike for that as well. So that usually looks like burning some stuff in the streets and public transit shutting down for the day. So that's when we were lucky enough to run into the gentleman who offered us a ride to the closest town.
Franklin. Muchísimas gracias, señor.
Get on a different bus line.
That was a huge break that he happened to be going all the way there. Otherwise, we would have had to do a lot of walking and probably several hitchhikes.
Yeah.
And we got there just in the nick of time. We actually had to run to catch this Caribe Tours bus that we're on now, which is kind of like a Greyhound style, nicer, more organized.
It's the creme de la creme of the public transit. So we'll only be taking this when we're going on long trips across the whole island almost. This is definitely the nicest public transit we'll be on. There's AC, there's Wi-Fi. It even has a website where you can check the schedules.
Yeah, you would think with such a relatively small island, it's less than half the size of the state of Georgia, that it would just be a hop and a skip to get from one point to another. But traveling here, gosh, it makes you appreciate having your own car, and good paved roads everywhere you go. Like you saw, we left our house at 7 o'clock this morning. It's almost noon, and we're going to be on the road for another 5. We'll probably be on the road till 5 or 6 o'clock tonight.
So we left at 7. It's noon now. Geographically, if we had a private car, we're only about an hour and a half away from our combo.
So this is a quick little transfer bus called Guagua. Kind of fun to say, right? So this will just be a couple of miles to get us to the other bus that'll take us the rest of the way to the beach. So that's what we call a caliente, or a hot one, because they don't have AC. That's the most common type of guagua for getting around the city or going places that are less frequented to kind of farther out stops. So we just took that a couple of miles to get from one bus stop to the other. We stopped and grabbed a bite to eat. And now we're on bus number 5 for the day. One transfer left to get us to the beach. Woo! 11 hours later, we're on Guagua 6 here in the Cocina.
This is the hottest part of the bus, that's why it's called the Cocina.
Nothing about travel here is easy. Not having our own vehicle at first was really frustrating, but we're getting better at going with the flow. There are some things that took some getting used to. Most buses don't have schedules, and bolas or hitchhikes certainly don't. There's a lot less certainty about routes, about the prices.
So we haven't mentioned the Cobrador yet. It's a pretty unique job. Most buses have a person hanging out the door, literally, whose job is to hustle passengers on and off and Cobrador or charge each passenger according to their destination.
Your bus can be sweltering hot, frigid cold. You can end up sitting next to a rooster. That's a true story. You just do your best to margin for error, keep your wits about you, and you figure it out as you go.
Fortunately, the people here are incredibly friendly and are always willing to help you get where you're going.
Again, you do have to keep your wits about you.
I certainly had never hitchhiked before, but in a culture where cars are luxuries and everything is shared, it's hard to imagine not picking up a neighbor, needing a ride to town, and we've made a lot of friends that way.
Yeah, so actually Franklin, the gentleman who gave us our second ride this morning, was telling me stories about the Peace Corps volunteer that lived in his town all the way back in the 1960s when he was in grade school.
Getting where you're going takes a lot longer here, but it's helped us get better at enjoying the ride. Thanks for following along.